Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's take another look here at Bitcoin, see what's going on. We're going to take a quick peek here at the back-end liquidation data. Before we get started, please hit that like button, folks. Helps grow the channel. Really appreciate the support and comments from yesterday too. Why don't you let me know below if you are long or short on Bitcoin, what your thoughts are. I know yesterday when we finished the analysis, the original goal was to short at 85,000. I'm considering that still at this point, but future reference too, if you are part of our community, congrats on securing profits on our AVAX trade. I know it looked a little dicey there, but it held in its good support there, never invalidated. So we secured profits on that to be safe, just in case Bitcoin does pull back here. So let's take a look and see if this is a potential reality for the price action to pull back, and just kind of go from there, right? So liquidation data here kind of tells us that there is more liquidation above the price action here at about the 85.6. You could round up and just say 86,000. So between the current price point, the current high of 85.5 and 86,000 is that $500 range that has a decent chunk of liquidation. These are late shorts here effectively jumping in the market. So that could very well just hold, but it could also and likely should be retested there and potentially sweep that level there. Now, if we take a look at the macro, we're kind of in this little range here, of course, so you can kind of see there's not a ton of immediate liquidation or like super large liquidation ranges until we get to like the $89,000 range. So that's a little ways off. Same thing you could be said about 81,000. Nothing really too much to worry about here. Looks like liquidation delta and the heat map are not loading. Let's go ahead and double check, see if this can refresh. If so, we'll take a look. If not, we'll move on. But ultimately, liquidation delta was pretty high to the downside yesterday. So let's see if this loads here for us. Let's pull this up here just to clarify so you understand kind of where we're at yesterday. We had quite a lot of liquidation delta, right about 10 billion in liquidation. So that's obviously pulled back since then, but at this point, looks like we'll have to circle back around to that. I'll post a playout chart later once that's available. That'll be on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So what we want to look at next is the daily time frame. I just kind of want to reaffirm this and drive it home here so far as this descending trend is concerned. While I love and appreciate where Bitcoin's at right now, still very early, still very premature to want to take it long. You can see we've tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be potentially the 6th attempt to break this descending trend. So just keep in mind we're not back on track just because we have one good little day here. Keep in mind there's also what I think some kind of talk of tariffs here coming as far as like some kind of decision in the next couple of days. So I think it's going to get kind of rocky, and the likelihood of the price shooting up from here is pretty low. So just bear that in mind. I'm not trying to plant a negative seed in your mind. I'm just kind of letting you know the realism here, and that's a potential reality for us. However, what is nice here, and this is consolation and still very premature, but we are right here at 50 in the RSI, potentially to break that level. We can see stochastic swinging up. MACD got a nice little MACD-FU there where we got a little pivot and a bounce instead of actually diverging. It's choosing to converge at this point. So those are mostly positive signs. We can see, though, that we're still under the 200-day SMA and the 50-day SMA. So that's commonly referred to as a death cross when that happens. Or actually, yeah, I mean, just either way you look at it, no matter if it's death cross or or the inverse there, we are below that, right? So it works as a resistance, and the descending trend line kind of is reaffirming that. So whether or not that's good or bad, it's up to you to decide, but I generally don't kind of read into that too much. I just know that with us being under those moving averages is generally construed as it's not construed as a bullish sign. We'll just put it that way. So when we take a look here at the 4-hour time frame, we can recognize that we're kind of sort of testing the 50 and the 200 SMA here on the smaller time frames. Once more, just kind of reaffirming this short-term descending trend hasn't been broken yet. We look here. However, this is converse of what you see on the charts there. We can see we're back up over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is above the price action, generally a positive sign. And we got that moving average below the price with a MACD convergence. So we've got majority of 4-hour timeframes here letting us know that further upside is probable. Just bear in mind there is confluence and a lot of confluence at that 85K range with not only this fib level but also previous moving averages. And we look at the TD sequential here and the hourly here, we can kind of recognize that we are not really all that overextended. While we do have a price range notification here, kind of letting me know that we're reaching a tentative top here on the short-term trend. We're above the cloud, lagging spans, free and clear, and conversion lines above the baseline. These are all very standard good indicators letting us know that we're on the right track and that shorting against this isn't necessarily the best consideration. So, really the truth is, with this liquidation range just above the price action, I think we should see 86,000. That would make sense. And then, of course, if if and when we can get this liquidation delta to pull up, we'll be able to go ahead and understand kind of what if we shifted gears there or not. So, unfortunately, it's not loading for us. Apologize, folks. I'll get that out as soon as possible. That'll be again on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Be sure to join us there. And obviously, if you are part of our community, welcome aboard. Or thank you so much for being an awesome part of my life. If you're new, welcome. Thanks so much. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have yourself a good rest of your day. Be safe out there. We'll see you soon.